We are 5 past the hour, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I won't say good night. I don't want anyone to sleep for today's meeting. Great to have everyone here, 18th of December. Just one more week for the much awaited Christmas day, especially for the kids who wait for Santa to come. So that's quite an interesting time for the kids. I would like to hand over the virtual gavel to the Toastmaster of this meeting today, Kaushal, to please run the meeting. Thank you very much, Kaushal.
Thank you, Mr. President, Somesh, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Kaushal Gupta. I will be emceeing the meeting today. As you can see from the agenda, the theme I chose for today is International Migrants Day. International Migrants Day happens every December 18th. It was established by the United Nations as a day to recognize the contributions that migrants have made and the challenges that they face. Many of us are migrants or the descendants of migrants. Migrants face a lot of challenges in the countries where they work. They face not only the challenge of learning the local culture, language, and norms, but also the injustices of xenophobia and prejudice. So this is the day to recognize them and think of them and support them. Something that was brought up in the Toastmasters Leadership Institute recently here in Chicago is that Toastmasters International is pretty good at reaching out to the middle class, but not so much at reaching out to the poor and working class. Many migrants fall into the poor and working class categories. Wouldn't it be great if Toastmasters could reach out to them and welcome them to our clubs and serve as a support group for them to help them learn the communication and leadership skills that they can use to do better, and also serve as a second family and a home away from home, people that they can trust and make them feel a little bit less lonely. So let's think of how we as Toastmasters can reach out to those who really need this program more than we do. I would now like to ask, before we get into the program, I would like to ask Falik to please introduce herself, as I don't think most of us know her. Could you please introduce yourself to us?
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Falik Adiba. I am from Malaysia. I am here today on behalf of Toastmaster Sabaria. She's somewhere in Langkawi. She said that her line is not that good, so I'm substituting her tonight. So I look forward to be with you guys tonight. I've been here once, so this is my second time, and hope you enjoy my topic master time.
All right, thank you very much for joining us, Falik, and for serving as our topic masters today. I would now like to ask Sanjeev to please provide our word of the day.
Yeah,
Sanjeev?
hello. Sorry. Yeah, Kaushik. So, yeah, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So I'll be playing here a grammarian role. So I'll during the entire meeting, I'll be taking care of the speech. And if any point of time I find some good kind of phrases or some good verb or something related to grammar, I'll keep listening to that. I'll note, and at the end of the meeting, I'll share my report. Okay. So the word of today, what I have chosen is flabbergasted, and flabbergasted is a adjective, and the meaning of flabbergasted is greatly surprised or astonished. Okay, so like maybe I have just formed some sentences also on the on this word flabbergasted. So he said he is a bit flabbergasted to win, like that. Never I never have I seen a person so flabbergasted, so stunned. So this way, let's try to use this word as much as possible. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to Toastmasters. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Sanjeev. That's a great word for the day, flabbergasted. What I would like to do before the next item on our agenda is remind everyone of some changes in the agenda. Unfortunately, we got word that Arthur will not be able to join us today. So we hope we can see him at the next meeting and that he's doing well. So Arthur will not be our first speaker. Our first speaker will actually be Somesh. Kathleen will be his evaluator. As mentioned already, Falik will serve as topics master. Also, I don't see this on the agenda, but Janisa will be serving as our timer today. I would now like to ask Kathy to please provide the points about our speaker today, Somesh.
I would be happy to. Somesh is going to be doing an engaging humor speech, and the purpose of it is to deliver an effective, well-defined speech on a narrow enough topic. The name of his speech today is going to be Amazed. I will pass it on over to Kristen.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Somesh's speech will be 4 to 6 minutes. And it is, as Kathy mentioned, a humorous speech. So let's sit back and enjoy Somesh's speech, Be Amazed.
Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, be amazed. Why am I saying be amazed? Because this is the amazing time of the month of December, when the kids sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. And I did not know anything about this when I was in India 20 plus years back. When I came here to Ireland, I got to know about the importance of these festivals, how the glitter happens during these times and how amazing these times are. And I started thinking about this quote from Albert Einstein. He said that there are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is miracle. And the other is as though everything is. So during the Christmas time, I have a 5-year-old daughter now, and she is going to the junior infants, and she sees the Christmas tree in her class. And she's so excited to see the Christmas tree. Then she comes home and she says that we should have our Christmas tree as well. And then we start doing that. I have another son, 12-year-old, and he used to be 7 years back, he used to be in the same state. Now he has gone into another state. He knows that Santa is not real, as they say. So, these phases that happen and the mundane life that we live in, is it actually a mundane life that we live in? Or is it actually a miracle? This is where Albert Einstein's quote, there's only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is miracle. The other is as though everything is. And let us try and understand how everything is actually a miracle. How is it? Why are we feeling that we are living in a mundane world and not a miraculous world? Why? Actually, we are living in a miraculous world. We have to be amazed each and every moment. Do you know why? Because the odds of us being born is 1 in 400 trillion. Scientifically proven. The fact that 3, 6, 9, 10 of us are here. We were born. The odds of that happening is 1 in 400 trillion. Look at the miracle. We are in a miraculous world. The planet Earth, it is rotating and revolving. And we don't feel that. Because the motion is happening at a constant speed. So the speed is 1,000 miles per hour and orbits around the sun at a speed of 67,000 miles per hour. And we are staying in that planet, and we don't feel that the Earth is rotating and revolving. We feel that we are just at a constant place. We are standing. The most famous thing that our great scientist, Isaac Newton, the apple fell on his head and he realized, oh, actually there is gravitational force that helps us to be grounded. And coming back to this festive time, what is wrong in being amazed that the person called Santa Claus, who lives in the North Pole, flies with his reindeers, comes down the chimney and gives a gift to the kids? When we think from our perspective here, and when we think that all these are a miracle, what about the miracle that we live in? 1 in 400 trillion chance of us being here. So ladies and gentlemen, be amazed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sumesh. That's an excellent point. When the everyday natural world we live in is so amazing, how is it a far stretch to believe that Santa Claus can fly around the world on Christmas Eve? Although I did like Kathy's flabbergasted expression when you revealed the truth about Santa. So thank you, Sumesh. What I would now like to do is move on to our impromptu speaking challenge portion of the meeting. And leading us through that is Philippe. So take it away, Philippe.
Hello, everyone. I thought we had 2 speeches. No, just one.
Yeah, just one today.
Okay, so with me, with the theme that was given to me was the Immigrants' Day. So all my topics closely related to migration, and it is quotes that I got it from the internet. Right, I have about 7 topics in my hand. So I would like to call upon the first volunteer, or do you want me to do it another way? I will read the topic and we'll see who wants to take it. Can I do that?
You can do it either way, though as an advanced club, I think we would prefer if you called on us and surprised
right.
us.
Okay, then I will call upon the brave soul who wants to take the first challenge to answer the first topic.
I'll be brave. Oh.
Culture. Okay, our Toastmaster of the day. Your question is, or your quote is from Charlie Chaplin. He said, "Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles." Over to you.
Thank you, Philippe, fellow Toastmasters. That's an interesting quote for Charlie Chaplin to say. I never would have guessed that a comedic actor like him would say something like that. But it reminds me of something that someone who was not a comedian said thousands of years ago. That person was Marcus Aurelius. I read his journal, which is titled Meditations. And one common theme through this journal is how the universe is subject to change constantly. The future is not ours because it hasn't happened yet. The past is not ours because it's gone. Only the present is ours, and it's in a constant state of change. So to hang on to misery, to sadness is kind of productive because things are always changing. It's also reminds me of a book I recently read by the science fiction author Octavia Butler called Parable of the Sower. And it's about a young woman living in a dystopian society who creates a new religion based on the idea that God is change and change is God. And we are surrounded by change. So it's a really fascinating thing to think about. And when one feels kind of stuck in life, one should remember to be amazed, as Somesh pointed out, at the constant change that we are surrounded by, and always hope for the change that the future promises us. Madam Topic Master.
Thank you so much. I am flabbergasted by your answer, and you go beyond what migration really means. It also means change, and really appreciate that. Now, can I have our second speaker? I think Toastmaster Satya put up his hand. Yes. Are you ready? Good. Your quote is from Warson Shire. He or she said that no one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. No one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. Over to you.
Thank you, Topics Master. That's an excellent topic. I remember I was in fact a migrant when I reached out to north of India in my early childhood. I did my college in North India, and I had a very difficult life. Migrants, as earlier Kaushal pointed out, we have to get acquainted to a new environment, new surroundings. People say, experts say that whatever you learn between the ages of 7 to 12 remains with you for a long time throughout your lifetime. So what we learned during early childhood in my own family in south of India and what I saw in north of India was completely different. The people there are totally different. The language is different. The culture is different. Everything is different. It was a very hard time initially for me to get adjusted. I lived there for nearly 27 years in the north of India, and I had to adapt to their kind of habits, culture, and their festivities. Like today, Somesh talked about Christmas. There it is Deepavali. Deepavali is a major festival in north of India. So we had a festival of lights. So many of these kind of cultural events, the Ramlila and many other aspects of North Indian culture, I had to pick up as a migrant there and live there for a pretty long time, understand their language. And also, fortunately, my children, 3 of them, they studied there. They studied in North India. They adapted to that lifestyle very well. And they are all settled there. That's the best part, I would say, settled well and comfortable. So what I would say is wherever you go, wherever you are in this world, as again, Somesh pointed out, that we are 1 in a trillion or whatever numbers. I don't remember the numbers. What he mentioned, as human beings, we have to adjust culturally. Today, we are saying we are engaging with each other, communicating with each other, though we may never meet each other in our lifetime, but we are engaging with each other, communicating with each other, and learning many new things. Back to table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sophia. As the first speaker has pointed out about change, you have pointed out about adaptation, that you have to adapt to these changes. Now, let us have our third speaker of the day.
Can I volunteer?
Yes, Avinta?
Yeah.
Anvita.
Yeah.
Right, your question is, or your quote is, a broken immigration system means broken families and broken lives. This is from Jose Antonio Vargas. A broken immigration system means broken families and broken lives. Over to you.
Good day, Toastmasters. Around 3 weeks ago, I saw a heart-wrenching image in newspaper. Kids as young as 4 were waiting on the borders of a country. It seems that they were not allowing the immigrants to enter into their country. The immigrants had nowhere to go. They came from country A to country B, but country B didn't want to take them. Neither did country A. The migrants were stuck at the border. Week after week, these images kept on appearing in the Indian newspapers. It was a heartbreaking sight to see. Young children, babies, old people, and people with hope and dreams in their eyes just stuck at the border belonging to nowhere in a no man's land. Isn't this a sign of a broken immigration system, as our table topic master mentioned? It does. Universally, we don't belong to any particular country. We are just human beings. This concept of country, region, religion, caste, whatever it has been invented by us probably for our own benefit. But when the system is broken, then there is a tendency for people to misuse it. That is when wars happen. That is when people just get lost. That is when children are separated from their families. So what can we do in this situation? I think if we all work towards one world, one goal, then probably our world will be a better place. If there is free movement everywhere, obviously with security checks involved, then what a beautiful place this world would be. Rather than telling I'm different than you, why can't we just say that we are unique, but will accept us as we are, accept ourselves as well as accept others. I think this will certainly lead to a better world and fix such broken immigration systems. Back to the TTM.
Thank you, third speaker Anvita. Now we have one talk about change, second speaker talk about adaptation, and she spoke about accepting. So we have to be accepting between each other. Do we have our fourth speaker tonight? Today, please, tonight on my side. Yeah, anyone wants to take the podium? Yes, Somesh or Sanjeev.
Yeah, you
Whoever.
can give me. You can give me. I'll
Okay.
try.
You want it? All right.
Yeah, I'll try.
So Sanjit, your quote is, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. In the end, we only regret the chances we did not take. Over to you.
Can you please come again? Sorry. In the
All
end.
right. In the end,
Mhm.
we only regret the chances we did not take.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a very good kind of realization. What we usually consider, or what we usually think at the end of the result. Okay. So when when we start anything, suppose when we involve or when we start anything in that case, what happened that that we never thought of the end result. We keep on doing the work, we keep on doing the task, and without considering about the outcome, without considering considering the result, whether it would be a best good result or bad result. But at the at the end, we think that it is not going to we cannot go in past, and we cannot go and the change what we all have done. So what is my suggestion is that, so before doing or before taking any action, before doing anything, we should evaluate the end result properly, and then we should consider whether to act on particular take an appropriate action on particular thing or not. Yeah, over to you, Toastmasters. I just tried. Okay.
Thank you. So what I get the gist from your speech was like we have to evaluate in terms of migrating, in terms of changing that we want to do. We have to evaluate all the steps that we are taking so that we know all the risks that involved in the process. Do we have time for another speaker? Yes, Somesh want to take it?
Anyone can take it. I was just saying, I think we still have time because we did not have the second speech.
We only left you, Savaria, and Kathy.
Okay, I can go
Okay,
next.
can I take it? Why not?
Oh,
I'm here
Savaria.
now. I'm
Sure,
here
Savaria.
now. Yeah,
All right.
but I can't put on my video. I'm at the beach. Hi, and I'm in darkness.
Okay, Toastmaster Sabaria, your topic is a quote from Moises Rodriguez. He says that we are all immigrants. Some people have forgotten that. We are all immigrants. Some people have forgotten that. Over to you.
We are all immigrants, but some people, should I say most people, forgot that. All of us are. Nobody are natives to the land. It is like the whole world. We are moving everywhere. Everybody moves everywhere. Our grandparents are not from this land that we are in. We move. We move on the planes, on the boats, by feet, walking all over the world. So we are all immigrants, migrants, or illegal or legal. Right here in Malaysia, we have a lot of legal migrants, we have illegal immigrants, and we ourselves are not even people of the land. But all of us claim that we are, but in reality, we are not. We are actually offsprings of many, many cultures, many, many people of the world. So believe me, we are all a mixture of everybody, a mixture of nations. So we are actually migrants. And I believe that I am one of them. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Masters.
Thank you. We are the citizen of the world. Right. Do you want to go with another speaker? I have 2 more topics left anyway. We only left Somish and Kathy.
I can go ahead and try it.
You want to try, Kathy? All right. Your topic is all journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware. All journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware. Over to you.
That is a really interesting question. I've been working on a contest speech recently, and it's made me reflect on some travels that I've had in the past. And many of you may be international travelers, but up until a couple of years ago, I really hadn't left my country very much. In the US, we have this, I don't really want to call it a stereotype, but we're told all the time that people in France consider us ugly Americans. So on this trip that I was going on, I was terrified of going to, or I was uncomfortable going to France and Italy because I don't know the language. But in the back of my head, there was this stereotype that the French consider us ugly Americans. But I was pleasantly surprised to find that when we got to France, although it's great to learn the language of the country that you're going to, but when there's multiple countries and that you're going for a competition, there's really not time to learn the language. And let's face it, our phones usually have a translation app on it anyway. But everyone was lovely. We were never treated that way. If you're in a tourist area, and let's face it, France is right next to the UK, they speak English too. So many of those countries, they all speak English in the tourist areas. So I discovered on this journey that there wasn't anything to fear. I was not treated as though any differently because I was an American. And it was a beautiful trip. Can't wait to go back in the future. But along this journey, I discovered so much that you get these stereotypes, but it's not really true. And I had a lovely trip. But that is what I learned on my journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. So from what you're saying, in those journey, there are these discoveries. So in whatever journey that you are taking on, you will see a lot of discoveries along the way. Change, adapt. What else just now? I forgot already all those beautiful words that's been spoken so far. I have one last question. If Somesh wants to take it, if not, we'll end it here.
I can take it. Thank you.
All right. Your question is, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Topics Master. I have to sincerely say that I'm flabbergasted by your amazing repertoire of topics. Just amazing. Thank you so much for all these topics. And regarding this particular quote, 100% I agree with this. There is a saying that we can give millions of dollars or leave millions, billions, trillions, or whatever amount of money, but we cannot get the second that has passed just now, right? That is the amazing value of time. It cannot be measured by the amount of money. So when you're talking about going back to the beginning, it's not humanly possible to go back in time. So what do? We try and understand how we got here in the first place. What are the good things that we did? What are the bad things that we did? And perhaps we did some ugly things as well, unknowingly. So we try and understand what is good, what is bad, what is ugly. And then we act according to what is beneficial. I think the most important thing here is to be aware. One thought was coming to me sometime back. It's quite an interesting one. So we could be aware of our current situation and make it the way we want it to go, or we could just not be aware of anything, and the next time will become beware. Be aware versus beware. When we are aware of our current situation, we don't need to be beware at a later stage. So the most important thing to conclude, I would say, is to understand, to have a view as a third person on where we are, and then work on where we want to get to. Thank you very much, Madam Topic Smart.
Thank you very much. Be aware or beware. That's the gist of our final speaker. We started off by change and we adapt, then we accept, then we evaluate, and then we talk about we are the citizens of the world. Through the journey, we'll discover lots of discoveries. And finally, we have to be aware or we have to beware. Thank you so much for having me for this theme of the Immigrants Day. I hope you have enjoyed the table topic session. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Philippe, for managing an excellent table topic session, and thank you for theming it around the concepts of migration and change. We all really enjoyed it, and we're all grateful you could involve all of us in the session. I would now like to introduce our general evaluator, Anvita, to lead us through the evaluation portion of our meeting, please.
Thank you, DTM Kaushal. First up, I would like to invite our evaluator one, Kathy, to provide her evaluation.
Thank you, Anvita. Somesh, I am flabbergasted to find out that Santa's not real. What's up with this? I'm shocked. I really love the topic of your speech, Be Amazed. My favorite thing was your quote on to live as though we can either live as though nothing is a miracle or that everything is a miracle. This time of year with the holidays, it's amazing to watch children because for them, as they're growing, so much of what they do, everything they see as a miracle. Wouldn't it be great if all of us as adults would actually think that way too? I've watched you speak several times, and I really like that you're showing a lot more hand gestures and things like that. I like the way you're situated. One thing I'd like to see you work a little bit on, when you're speaking, you seem to wiggle a lot in your seat, and this particular time, I'm not sure where your camera is, but a big portion of what we can see when you're speaking is your hands are really close to the camera. So we're seeing your hands really large and they're actually covering your chin when you're getting up in here. So if we're sitting back a little bit more, we can see more of your hand gesture, but you grasp your hands a lot, at least during this particular speech. So a lot of what the audience is seeing is your hands taking up a big portion of the bottom of the screen. Also, be aware of your eye contact. I'm not quite sure where your camera is, but almost the whole meeting, actually, you're actually looking like you're looking below the camera rather than at the camera. I know Zoom can be a bit awkward, and being just aware of exactly where your camera is. Your vocal variety on this particular speech is probably the best I've heard in all the speeches I've heard of yours. So you're doing excellent on those things. I really enjoyed your speech. Just a couple of little bits of room for improvement, but I love the topic, to be amazed, and I like the thought of living our life as though everything is a miracle, just like kids do. Thank you so much.
Please give a big round of applause to Kathy. I loved the way you opened your evaluation by telling that you were flabbergasted, and I could literally see your flabbergastion when his speech ended. So that was a very apt opening. And I think you gave fantastic recommendation to the speaker, because you not only gave recommendation, but you also showed the recommendation. That is, when you said that his hands were too close to the camera, you even brought your hands close to the camera. You even showed where his eyes were pointing to when he delivered your speech. You even applauded his vocal variation by comparing it to his previous speeches. That shows your observational skills. I just have one suggestion for you. I felt that the speaker had several wonderful facts. He had researched thoroughly. That is, he mentioned that we are just 1 in a trillion. He mentioned about Newton, speed of revolution. So there was this research element in his speech too. So probably you could have commended that. Other than that, I felt that you had a great opening and recommendation. It was a very good evaluation. Next up, I would like to invite our timer, Tinisa, to give her timing report.
Thank you, Anvita. So I'll start with the first speaker. Somesh took 5 minutes and 17 seconds for his speech. Next, moving on to the table topic session, we have Kaushal, who took 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Table topic speaker number 2, Satya, took 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Table topic speaker number 3, general evaluator, Anvita, took 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Table topic speaker number 4, Sanjeev, took 1 minute and 24 seconds. Table topic speaker number 5, Sabaria, took 1 minute and 34 seconds. Table topic speaker number 6, Kathy, took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Table topic speaker number 6, Somesh, went over time. He took 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Finally, for the evaluation session, Kathleen took 2 minutes and 19 seconds. That's all for my timers report. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Please give a big round of applause to our timer, Tinisa. Thank you, Tinisa, for taking up the timer role, because you were short of role takers. You did an amazing job. You covered everyone. Just one small suggestion for you. Maybe next time you could consider showing your beautiful face while giving the report, so that we could relate to you, because you're a guest and I think some of them have not seen you. So it will be good if you can show your beautiful face. Next, I would like to call our counter, Toastmaster Satya, to provide his counter report.
Thank you, G. Good day to all Toastmasters. I'm rather flabbergasted today, because usually as a personal growth senior club with all the veteran Toastmasters here, we don't err on the wrong side while speaking the crutch words. But today I find Somesh, even if it is one, let me point it out. Somesh, I hope you will appreciate this. You know, you have said once, and so once. I found 2 short pauses, which is today, I think, in the main speech, not in the table topics, were excellently, very well done. But in the main speech, your speech, you had 2 short pauses. Barring that, all else was okay. There were no other crush words. Coming to Sanjeev Kumar had 8 R's and R's, all both put together. Barring that, all other else was okay. No issues. Kaushal surprisingly had repeated one word "to," which was not required by others. There was a word "to," otherwise came up during his discourse, but once it was a repetition. Except these 2, all other speakers did exceedingly well. Back to you, G.
Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Satya for his detailed report. Next, I would like to call our grammarian, Toastmaster Sanjeev, to provide his report.
Yes. First, I'd like to tell about the word usage. The flabbergasted word is used very well in the throughout the meeting, and it is used around 13 times by the different people. So it's a good usage. Apart from that, I noted some of the famous saying which are used in the meeting. Okay, so famous saying like nothing is miracle, everything is miracle, and then nothing is permanent nothing is permanent Okay, and some good words I have also noted, like glitters, then mundane, stereotype. This kind of some good words also use like no man's land. Okay, uh, these are some of the sentences I noted down. So from grammar perspective, I didn't find anywhere misuse of the grammar. It went fine. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Sanjeev. That was a very interesting word of the day you had out there. Now coming to the evaluation of the meeting, DTM Kaushal had a very interesting theme for today, Immigration Day. I felt that his TMOD speech was very informative because he told the importance of immigrants as well as the various issues they face. The second thing I like is the fillers which you use, DTM Kaushal. Some of your fillers were very motivational. For example, for grammarian, you said that was a great word of the day. That was motivational. You even showed your observational skills by pointing out Kathy's flabbergasted expression. So that showed your presence of mind. And the third thing I liked is that you adapted to today's changes very quickly, because last minute there were several changes. Speaker was not there, TTM was changed. You adapted to it and you even highlighted the changes after your TMOD speech so that everybody gets to know. All this made your TMOD role just brilliant. Moving on to our TTM, Toastmaster Fali. Today's theme was a bit difficult to weave topics around, but you did it successfully. And thank you for taking up TTM role, by the way. All your topics was related to the theme of today, and it was just brilliant. One was much more interesting than the other. What I liked is that after every table topic speech, you were reiterating the message or gist of it. For example, for the first table topic speaker, you mentioned that he spoke about change. And for the second, you told that he mentioned about adapt. And even during our DTM Somesh speak, you highlighted that we should be aware or beware. And in the end, after the entire table topic session ended, you just combined all that and you reiterated it again. I think it was really well done. And again, thank you, DTM Kaushal, for guiding our TTM by suggesting that she should ask for volunteer first and then ask the topic. I think as we are advanced club, we often do it this way. Thank you for guiding her, and you were just great, DTM. No suggestion for both of you. I think we have come to the end of my report. Next, I would like to hand it back to our TMOD, DTM Kaushal. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much to Anvita and her evaluation team for giving us some very valuable feedback. We are at the end of our meeting. I really appreciate everyone's participation. It's great to see everyone. And I would like to turn the meeting over to the president of our club, Somesh, for any parting words he has for us.
Thank you very much, Kaushal, for excellently doing the Toastmaster role. I think in terms of our meetings, this is the last meeting before the Christmas, and next meeting is a Christmas Day meeting. So I'm not sure how many of us are attending that because of it being the Christmas Day, but because we are an international club, I think we are going ahead with it because there is an interest in having that meeting. And the meeting after the 25th would be, yes, the New Year's Day. So I'm not sure how many of us want to have that. Or do we want to take a break on the New Year's Day? Okay, we can discuss this after we stop the recording, but I would like to thank you all for being here today and participating in such a nice way. And I would like to give special thanks to Falik and Tinisa as well. Tinisa has been a regular contributor in lots of our meetings, and hopefully you can join us as a member, Tinisa, and Falik as well. So thank you so much and enjoy your day. Take care.